With the constant team meetings, the never-ending emails, and the constant escalations that you guys are supposed to respond to ASAP, you working professionals are glued to your work desk for hours and hours on end, and sometimes more than half a day. How is it then that you have to manage your health and at the same time multitask with the amount of workload that's already on you? Hi, my name is Rahul Narang and I'm a fitness professional with over 8 years of experience in my field. This New Year's, Activ Living Health Insurance and many other experts like me will guide you towards quitting unhealthy habits with Be a Quitter, a 15-day health program on their Activ Living Community. Today on day 4 of Be a Quitter, we will be learning how to quit sitting on our office chairs for long amounts of time. Unfortunately, the amount of attention we give to our work desks comes at a cost to our health, which then leads to headache, neck pain, back pain, posture issues, muscle imbalances, to name a few. So here are a few tips and tricks that most of my clients have been following, which has tremendously helped them. Starting with, there is something called as a 30-30-30 rule, which is for every 30 minutes, take 30 seconds, walk 30 steps and come back. Also, whenever you do get a phone call, make sure that you are walking and talking and try to make it a habit. Also, if you do not have the luxury to walk, make sure that you're doing spot marches while getting out of your chair, and what that does is relieves the tension on your lower back and your leg muscles. And let's not forget about the most amazing and the most underrated exercise, which is breathing. What breathing does is calms your nervous system and makes you feel better. Make sure you are taking hourly breaks and indulge in some deep breathing, because that is definitely going to make you feel better. Also, if you do have to reach out to your colleague, consider walking up to their desk instead of calling them or emailing them or messaging them. Also, another thing you can consider is taking the stairs instead of the elevator if your body allows. This is not restricted to just your office, but in case you are attending meetings, that is also a thumbs up. In addition to that, if your workplace allows you a standing desk, consider replacing your chair with that, or you can also switch to a yoga ball, which will get the job done. A straight back is very important for your spine and neck health, but unfortunately whenever we are looking at a screen, we are restricted to slouching. So make sure that whenever you have a screen in front of you, you always are as stable and as upright as possible. So now that I have given you some tips and tricks that you can indulge in while you're at work, here are some exercises that you can do to make sure that things only keep getting better. The first thing that you can start with is your chin. What you want to do is you want to get your hands straight and you want to look straight, and you just want to tuck your chin and you want to take it forward. You want to do this for about 10 reps back to back. The same thing then has to be applied to your shoulders, where you keep your arms straight, but instead of your chin, what you are doing is getting your upper back forward and backward. This again has to be done for 10 reps. So now that I have taken you through the neck and the upper back, then comes the lower back. One of the most amazing things that you can do for your lower back is just do a forward bend. Your intention should be to try and touch your fingertips to your toes, and if you are able to do that easily, your next objective should be to try and touch your forehead to your knees. After the lower back, then comes the hip. If you are standing and you do not have any space, the most easiest thing to do is just balance on one leg, take this leg up and make sure you try and take the knee as above the hip as possible. You want to drop it down, you want to get it up, and that becomes a movement. The second thing after the hip is the knee. In this position, you want to try and straighten out the leg as much as possible, and let me tell you, this is not an easy movement. Once we are through with the knee, then comes the ankle. Again, something that you must have already done is just getting on top of the toes and relaxing. If you want to make this more intense, get on top of the toes, stay there for about 45 to 60 seconds, and that's about it. So these tips and tricks that I've shared with you that you can do in the office, and the exercises that you can do in and outside the office, will make sure that you are in great metabolic health, your joints stay healthy, which then cumulatively adds to your overall well-being. तो चलो अपनी कोई अनहेल्दी हैबिट को क्विट अभी करो।